Hey, Pupu. Um, in the place where I've grown up, where I grew up, it's not a place for these kind of things. They do not dwell on these things. They do not think about these things. And why am I like this? I cannot tell you. You're right. But I have become this a person who questions things. When I look at something, I question it. Not just asking from people, but also what is very important, asking within myself, because my nature is a nature of God. So if I ask within myself, then God will give me an answer, right? So I've questioned myself on a lot of things, like why are some people poor or rich? Why are some people stressed and why are others happy? What is happiness? How does happiness comes? Is happiness everything? Is money that important? Why am I suffering like this? Why am I confused? Why am I stressed out? Why am I worked out? You see, I ask these questions throughout my life as I continue to do so, because I realize that life has a bigger plan than what I had before. When you were a kid, um, I'm not sure if this happened to you, but in the part of my world, as a kid, maybe you were at grade 5, which is standard 3. They would ask you, what do you want, when you grow up? And you'll be like, I want to build my family a big house and have my own big house with a swimming pool and a wife and 3 kids and maybe 2 cars. So that was it. That was life when I was at that age. But as I grew up, I realized that there are a lot of things uh, in this life plane. You see, but through the grace, I found that there is even God within me. That blew my mind. There is even God within me. So this changed the way I looked at things. As I said before, maybe if you've heard me saying this, um, there is a scriptural reference in the Bible. Okay, I am a person who reads the Bible. You may not read the Bible. You may read another book which you put it as a sacred book. I put the Bible as a sacred book, along with many other books. But my reference most of the time is on the Bible. So there is a word that David said. Actually, it was God talking to David in the book of Psalms 82, verse 5. And God said there, the gods are walking in the darkness and they do not understand, and the world is shaking, but I have said you are God. So that clearly states that we as human beings are caught in this world. Some people ask questions like, why does God allow these things to happen? Why doesn't He do this? Why does He do this? Some people also believe that God kills people. Why did He took my child? And others are like, yeah, God planted a beautiful rose and then He chose today to take it back to Himself for Himself. But those are just ideas built by people, philosophies built by people, because they think they cannot do anything about God. He is far away in heaven and He's big and He's scary. They cannot do anything to Him, so they receive the bad thing, like, oh God, thank you, it's you and you know everything. Nah, God said you are God. Okay, so whatever happens in this world, whatever happens in this earth plane, especially in your life, you built that, because as God, you are a creator. Again, if you are here on this earth, what happens in your life, majority of it is your choice. Either you chose it consciously or unconsciously, it's your choice. Joe Allen once said, as a man thinks, it's also in the Bible, as a man thinks, he becomes. As a man thinks, he becomes. Some people, they have been patterned in their mind. As you grow up, you the environment you grow up in, the family, the teachers at school, your friends, they build the pattern of your thinking. And most people, they are unconsciously patterned to fail, to live miserable lives, and they are not aware and they do not know why their lives are so miserable, because they have been patterned their mind to live a miserable life, or to see that which is bad or that which is against them. But they are gods and they do not understand this. You see, so as they think, their minds just think misery, 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 bad, failure, misery, you know, evil. That's what they think about. So their lives express that which they think about. Because in life, you do not attract what you want, but you surely attract what you are. So you are only attracting yourself. You are only seeing yourself. Whether you say life is good, you are seeing yourself. Whether you say life is bad, you are seeing yourself. You are that what you see. Otherwise, what is there to see? Only you. You are there. You are God. You created your world. You live in your own world. It doesn't matter if you grew up with some people like myself. At my home here, we were about like 18. Even now, we are about 18 people living in the same house, right? 18 to 21. But as I grew up, I discovered myself. And as I discovered myself, I realized that though I'm living in this family, but I also have my own space, my own atmosphere, that which I have created myself. I have created by myself. So whatever you experience in life, know that you are that. Not that it's out there, it is within you. So choose wisely on what you think, because what you think, it's what you become, and what you become, it's what you get. You do not get what you want, you get what you are. So even from today, choose to listen to people you would like to become. If your mother is not that person, if somebody on TV is the person, go to TV, listen to that person. Maybe go to YouTube, check the videos of that person, listen to that person again and again and again. You will eventually become that, because you become what you are seeking. Okay, so choose wisely on what you think about. Choose wisely on the person that you want to become. Do not unconsciously choose. Do not just sleep around life. Wake up and do that what you want. This is I Love.